And time now for news on Wayne County Now. I'm Dustin Fuller. A reminder for the latest local news, weather, and sports anytime. Visit us on our website, mywaynecountynow.com. Here is what is making news for this evening. Wayne City fire crews were called to a fire that took place last night. The fire call came in just after 8 p.m. The fire was located at 29 County Road 790 East. Upon arrival, fire crews found a bit of fire under the floor and in the wall around the water heater. Mutual aid from Orchardville Fire, as well as McLeansboro Fire, Dahlgren, and Jeff Fire Protection District came in. The cause of the fire is still under investigation and is undetermined at this time. Smoke damage was reported to the residents. Damage was contained to the water heater in the outside wall. Fire crews were on scene for about 90 minutes. The property, a single white trailer owned by Bernard Bevel. Wayne City Village Board held their June session last night. Several members of the village were on hand. The board approved the consent agenda items as well as recognized 2 ambulance crew members for their years of service. Chris and Becky Shreve have celebrated 35 years of service for the Wayne City Ambulance Service. Several have also recently celebrated 20 years of service. Under old business, there was nothing on the old motels discussed, as nothing has happened. On the rebidding of the Mary Neff property, officials are awaiting on a lawyer in Metropolis to correct a deed prior to rebidding. In road work, village officials made a motion and approved the purchase of rock from Barnard Soil Service in Wayne City for future road work. The plan was approved to work on roads mentioned last month. Road work was approved for Market Street, Valley Street, West Smith Street, East Smith Street, Shasta Street, Clark Lane, and East Section Line Road. Additional roads expecting work include West Section Line Road, South Industrial, Greenwald Street, Mitchell Drive, South Mound Street, Prairie Street, Orchard Street, West Meadow Street, and Southwest Street. The board approved the start of the bid process for the road work. Village will rent a road grader for $9,670 for a month, plus the freight to get the grader to Wayne City. Milling will happen soon on several roads in the village. No news was mentioned on building repairs at the meeting. The village will keep the same insurance for employees for next year as well. The insurance went up $873.87 per month, an increase of over $10,000 for the year. Village Board looked into a cheaper plan, but it was determined the previous plan was better for village employees. Under new business, a donation request was made by the Wayne City Brewerton Club for $2,277. The village ended up donating $1,708.50 towards bean dates for the upcoming year. In public comments prior to the closed session, Jerry Greenwald mentioned that the lot next to the gas station had a ton of potholes. Greenwald mentioned that there was a need for work in that area, and it was mentioned that something needed done. Village board officials looked into the situation and will look into putting some gravel down in that area. In employee reports, Chris Shreve mentioned that the water tower painting work is set to come up for Wayne City. Village was presented an idea as well to paint a new look on the water tower, but no action was taken. Shreve also reported that a chlorine pump went out and is expected to be bringing an $1,800 bill as the village needed a new pump. In trustee reports, trustee Stephen Buxton mentioned several yards with tall grass. Buxton also mentioned a recent meeting with members of the Greater Wabash Regional Planning Commission in reference to replacing a water main on East Section Line Road. The village would have to pay the engineering fees, but the return would be $500,000 for upgraded water mains in that area. Engineering quote was for $27,000. Currently, the main is only 4 inches, and with the amount of people on that water line, it is inadequate, according to Chris Shreve, due to limits on water pressure. Trustee Tim Piper has a resident that asked a question about moving a culvert. Village officials say that if it was on their property, they can move it, but it has to be replaced up to standards. Following the closed session, the board voted to pass a resolution releasing executive session minutes dating back to October 3rd of 2013 and running through November of 2023. Some minutes have been redacted, but the minutes are now completely public. Board also approved a resolution to destroy audio and video of executive session minutes from October of 2013 to September of 2022. Following the actions, a motion to adjourn was given, but no second was made. Items brought up after that include a truck and a motorcycle that the village had received in the past through forfeiture. The question also arose of Anson Fenton's residence. It was mentioned that Fenton was residing in Belle Rive. Several residents spoke up and mentioned that they felt threatened by Fenton. Village officials took no action following comments at the meeting. The FCHS board held a special session last night. The only thing discussed publicly at the meeting was CD rates from area banks. Originally, a vote for the sale of bonds was on the agenda, but was removed on Friday from that agenda. An executive session, collective bargaining, and employment was the scheduled topic. Meanwhile, Wayne County now had the opportunity to take a walkthrough of the Mule Barn and the renovations going on in the Mule Barn. We have some photos with this story at mywaynecountynow.com. Wayne County Sheriff Chris Odie released several arrests that took place recently during probation sweeps in Wayne County, all on Thursday evening. At 7:30 p.m., Wayne County Sheriff's officials, along with Wayne County Probation, arrived at a rural Fairfield residence conducting a compliance check. Deputies observed Timothy Barnett in the backyard of the residence on their arrival. Barnett went back into the residence to retrieve the homeowner. It was later learned Barnett had active arrest warrants, and deputies searched the residence and located Barnett hiding inside a closet and took him into custody. Amy Barr was also located in the residence and was found to be in possession of methamphetamine. Both were transported to the Wayne County Jail. 32-year-old Amy Barr of Reinard faces a charge of possession of methamphetamine, while 54-year-old Timothy Barnett of Fairfield was wanted on a Douglas County warrant as well as a LaSalle County warrant for obstructing a peace officer. At 8:15 p.m., Wayne County Sheriff's officials, along with Wayne County Probation, arrived at the Christopher Hedden residence in Fairfield, conducting a compliance check. Deputies found Bartley in possession of methamphetamine and was arrested. He was transported to the Wayne County Jail. 57-year-old Christopher Hedden of Fairfield faces counts of possession of methamphetamine. He was booked into the Wayne County Jail. At 10:52 p.m., Wayne County Sheriff's officials, personnel along with Wayne County Probation, arrived at the Oakley-Kimpiak residence in rural Wayne City to conduct a compliance check. Kimpiak was found to be in possession of methamphetamine and suspected fentanyl. Kimpiak was placed under arrest and transported to the Wayne County Jail. 34-year-old Oakley Kimpiak of rural Wayne City was charged with possession of methamphetamine, possession of a controlled substance, and was wanted on a Jefferson County warrant. At 11:15 p.m., Wayne County Sheriff's officials, along with Wayne County Probation, conducted a compliance check on Matthew Frazier in Wayne City. During that search, deputies found Frazier to be in possession of methamphetamine. Frazier was placed under arrest and booked into the Wayne County Jail. Norris City Fire Chief Troy Dagley released a statement following a 15-alarm fire that destroyed a local business in Norris City. Dagley said, quote, "I would like to thank everyone for what I consider a job well done. A fire of that magnitude with minimal damage to nearby structures and no injuries is definitely a win in my book. There are not enough words to express how incredibly proud I am of not only our department, but every department and agency that came to our aid. The past retired firefighters that came and helped, the families of all the firefighters for enduring the countless hours of our trainings, meetings, and calls, our 911 dispatchers for getting the mutual aid we desperately needed, and our community for rallying together and supporting when we needed it. I'm especially proud and thankful for my captains for stepping up and taking command while my family and I were on vacation. Chris Garlick, Jared McKenzie, and Brad Hall are rock stars for orchestrating such a massive response. Each and every time I am out of town, I know that between the three of them, the district is in very knowledgeable and capable hands, and last night proved it. Most departments that came to our aid are members of the Southern Illinois Coal Belt Association. It is a group of approximately 70% of all departments south of I-70 who signed an agreement to help any of our members when needed without shorting themselves of fire or EMS coverage. The group is especially helpful to smaller departments. Not only do we truly appreciate receiving help when needed, but most times we have firefighters at the station when neighboring departments get called out. So if we are needed, we are seconds from being en route. Thank you, everyone. It was very much appreciated, end quote. That fire remains under investigation by the Illinois State Fire Marshal's office. It destroyed Bond's Lumber and Hardware right behind Doug's Food Mart on US 45. No injuries were reported in the blaze. 15 departments from Illinois and Kentucky worked to put out that fire. More news coming up in just a few moments. We'll also take a look at what's going on in the weather. We've got obituaries and much more. This is Wayne County Now.
No time to run to the bank? No problem. People's National Bank makes banking easy and convenient with PNB To Go mobile banking. PNB To Go allows you to deposit checks, pay bills, transfer money between accounts, view your statements, turn your debit card off and on, and much more, all on your smartphone. It truly is banking at your fingertips with PNB To Go mobile banking. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
When you need concrete or masonry work, New Gen Concrete is your go-to in Wayne County and the surrounding area. They can help you finish that concrete project with anything from flat work, stairs and stem walls to decorative stamping and masonry resurfacing. New Gen Concrete, set in stone on Williamson Drive in Fairfield. Call 618-516-5002 or email them at newgenconcretellc@yahoo.com to get on the schedule today. At One Step Ahead and HME in Fairfield, the customer's health and comfort is their top priority. They carry a full line of home medical equipment, plus respiratory care items, diabetic footwear, and supplies that you need. And they make it easy with the ability to drop ship directly to your home. Plus, there's the added convenience of a local office at 1010 West Main in Fairfield with a friendly staff and an easy-to-use app. Now offering Dexcom and Freestyle Libre continuous glucose monitors. That's One Step Ahead and HME in Fairfield.
Dive into summer with the latest styles at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield. From top to bottom, Carnaby Square has everything you need to embrace the season in style with brands like Charlie B, Multiples, Jess and Jane, Lucky Bird, and Tribal in sizes from small to extra, extra large. Plus, Carnaby Square carries the largest selection of Brighton purses, jewelry, and accessories around. Carnaby Square, the fashion leader in Southern Illinois, located at 115 East Main Street in Fairfield, making you look great since 1980.
All right, welcome back to Wayne County Now. Time to see what is looking on in the weather forecast. And another nice day today. It looked like we might have some rain shower activity earlier. We did this morning. However, it cleared off. It's been a really nice day. Had the chance to head out to Leo French Park personally earlier, and looked like it was a good day. There is still a 50-50 shot at showers and thunderstorms heading into the evening. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies. 69 will be the low. Showers and thunderstorms possible for your Wednesday. Expect a high of 83 under mostly cloudy skies. Otherwise, that chance of precipitation tomorrow, 60%. Tomorrow evening, mostly clear, 61 the low. Thursday and Friday, a break from the rain. Sunshine both days. Highs in the low to mid-80s with lows in the upper 50s both nights. Our next chance at rain shower activity comes Saturday. It's a very slight chance Saturday. Mostly sunny, high of 81. Partly cloudy Saturday night, the low 61. Sunday and Monday, mostly sunny skies, highs in the upper 70s to low 80s, lows in the upper 50s. And then a slight chance of showers, thunderstorms Tuesday evening, or Tuesday, make that sunshine, high of 81. Taking a look at community calendar notes on Wayne County Now, presented by Carnaby Square, Southern Illinois' fashion leader. You can follow them on Facebook and Instagram, or check out their website, carnabysquare.com. Fairfield Public Library is hosting children's activities on Wednesday starting tomorrow morning, and the children's activity tomorrow is music with Mr. Livesay. It'll be a fun time for the kiddos. Let me tell you, if you've never seen Josh Livesay out in public, whether he's directing the pep band or at the high school, let me tell you, that guy is a ball of energy. The kids will love him tomorrow. I promise you that. On Thursday, the City Band will have their next concert. It's set for 7 o'clock on the lawn of the Wayne County Courthouse. If you've got a community calendar note, send it to us, news@mywaynecountynow.com, and we will be more than happy to get it on the Wayne County Now community calendar. Obituaries coming up next. This is Wayne County Now.
The loss of a loved one can leave you with a lot of unanswered questions, feelings of stress and anxiety, and grief. The experienced funeral directors at Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home in Fairfield can help guide you through all aspects of the funeral process to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. Call them at 618-842-6006. The Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home, 106 Northeast 4th Street in Fairfield, serving the Wayne County area with compassion, dignity, and respect.
If you're looking for supplies for memorial decorations or a memorial piece, look no further than Everlasting Florals, formerly Leg Manufacturing, at 900 West Delaware in Fairfield. Owners Chad and Melissa Musgrave offer a full line of wholesale and retail floral supplies, silk flowers for every season, and even manufacture a variety of items in-house, from wire and aluminum saddles to cemetery can holders, shepherd's hooks, and flag holders. Everlasting Florals, making the world more colorful, one stem at a time. Time now for obituaries on Wayne County Now, presented by the Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home, 106 Northeast 4th Street in Fairfield, and by the Everlasting Florals, 900 West Delaware in Fairfield. Full obituary information at mywaynecountynow.com. 54-year-old Tracy Jo Sisney of Fairfield passed away at 8:48 a.m. on Wednesday in Fairfield. She was born October 11th of 1969 in Fairfield to John Sisney and Kay Shaper. Survivors include a daughter, Emily West of Jeff, a grandchild, Rylan Gammon, and a sister, Gina Incrampia. She was preceded to death by her parents. A public visitation will be from 5 until 7 tomorrow evening at the Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home in Fairfield. Following the visitation, Tracy's body will be cremated with no burial at this time. Memorial donations may be made to the Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home to help with funeral expenses. 75-year-old Charles Phil Helm of Fairfield passed away on Thursday at a Perion Care in Fairfield. He was born in Centralia, Illinois on February 1st of 1949 to Merville and Helen Thompson Helm. On July 3rd of 1971, he married Brenda Smith, and they were about to celebrate 53 years of marriage. Phil graduated from Salem High School in 1968 and then enrolled in the American Academy of Art in Chicago. He completed his associate's degree in commercial art at SIU Carbondale in 1971. Phil was a longtime employee of Kincaid's Hardware, then was employed for the city of Fairfield prior to his retirement in 2011. He served in the U.S. Army Reserves in South Carolina during the Vietnam War. Phil was a member of the First Christian Church in Fairfield. Phil's passion was music and movies. He amassed a large collection of records, DVDs, and CDs. He was a trivia expert on bands, their members, and songs, as well as movies and their casts. He also enjoyed collecting several die-cast cars. Phil is survived by his wife Brenda of Fairfield, son Matthew and wife Brandy Helm of Newburgh, Indiana, grandson Jackson Helm of Newburgh, Indiana, sister Mary Grace Sheffers of Woodstock, Illinois, nephews Mark Easley of Rockford, Illinois, and Chris and wife Jean Easley of Huntley, Illinois, niece Andrea Sheffers of Woodstock, Illinois, brother-in-law Jerd and wife Tally Smith of Jeff, sisters-in-law Kim and significant other Robert Larner of Edinburgh, Scotland, and Peggy and husband Bob Lyons of Springfield, Illinois. Step-granddaughter Krista Stallings of Newburgh, Indiana, and step-great-granddaughter Brooklyn Stallings also survive. Phil was preceded in death by his parents, paternal grandparents J.T. and Mary Jane Helm, maternal grandparents Richard and Ma Grace Thompson, nephew David Brian Easley, and parents-in-law Charles and Dorothy Smith. Per Phil's wishes, his body will be cremated and a graveside memorial service is set for 2 p.m. Friday at Maple Hill Cemetery. Friends and family are asked to go directly to the cemetery. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to Cancer Care Specialists of Illinois for their Fairfield Clinic or at the Wayne County Humane Society. They'll be accepted at the Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home in Fairfield. 76-year-old Richard Lloyd Parker of Sisney passed away at 9:47 a.m. on Saturday, May 25th at St. Vincent Hospital in Evansville. He was born November 23rd of 1947 in St. Louis, Missouri, to Richard D. Dick and Mary Jeanette Norman Parker. His mother was the oldest first-time mother at Barnes Jewish Hospital at the time, being 39 years of age. On July 3rd of 1977, he married the love of his life, Peggy I. Atterbury Parker. Rick graduated from Harrisburg High School in the class of 1966, and after high school attended the University of Missouri in Rolla, graduating in 1971 with a physics degree. Rick came back to Harrisburg and worked in the family business, Lloyd L. Parker Furniture and Piano Store. His grandfather started the business in 1914, and for the last 10 years before the store closed in 1988, Rick was the owner. Rick was also a member of the Harrisburg Elks Lodge BPOE 1058 for over 50 years. Survivors include his wife, Peggy Parker of Sisney, two sons, Lloyd L. and wife Stacia Parker of Harrisburg, Logan and wife Angie Parker of Flora, Lindsay and husband Lance Inslee of Sisney, and 8 grandchildren, Jackson and Luca Parker, as well as Mason Lothar, Caden Parker, as well as Kate Parker, Savannah, and Anna Beth Inslee. He was preceded in death by his parents and grandparents. The body of Richard L. Parker was cremated and a memorial service is set for Saturday at 11:30 a.m. at Johnson Devon Funeral Home in Fairfield. Visitation will be from 10 a.m. until service time with burial at a later date in Sunset Lawn Cemetery in Harrisburg. Memorial donations may be made to Hope Ministries in Jeff and will be accepted at the Johnson Devon Funeral Home in Fairfield. Johnson Devon Funeral Home of Fairfield is assisting the family with arrangements. Sports coming up in just a few moments. This is Wayne County Now.
Whatever your project might be, Gibbs Excavating and Land Management, LLC, has the right tool and the expertise to get the job done right. The crew at Gibbs Excavating and Land Management can handle any job from stump grinding or forestry mulching, driveway repair, concrete demo and rock work to dirt and auger work, trenching, and even garden tilling. Call 618-516-1462 or email Austin at austingibbs70@yahoo.com to schedule your free estimate today.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
There's nothing like getting together with old friends for a great visit in a nice, relaxing atmosphere. That's what you get at All-Star Package at 100 North Milner Street in Sisney. Besides being the place for packaged liquor, beer, and wine in the Sisney area, it's also the place to stop in after work, watch the game, or just meet friends to catch up. You can also try your hand at the slot machines in their video gaming room. Open 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sunday. That's All-Star Package in Sisney.
Apologize about that. Sports Bed decided to act up a little bit. Time now for a look at sports on Wayne County Now. And a few games took place last night at Leo French Park for Fairfield Youth Baseball last night. In coach's pitch, Lamont Chevrolet down Sports Zone 13-2. It was Fairfield National Bank topping Taco Tierra 5-3. And Skateland Roller Sport defeated, check that. Skateland Roller Sport and People's National Bank played to an 8-8 tie. In 13U action, Clark Construction defeated Rush Appliance 9-6, and the Masonic Launch defeated Le Mans Chrysler 11-9. There were a few games that were able to be completed at the Fairfield Girls Softball Complex at Southwest Park. In coaches pitch action, Strange Pump Service shut out Iconic Studio 10-0. Walker Heavy Equipment got past Carter Trucking 5-3, and Friend Oil blanked Ginger Ales 10-0. In minors action, Doug Aman State Farm defeated Napa 7-3. That game was called in the fourth due to lightning. Taking a look on the professional sports scene, Major League Baseball tonight. Kansas City's at Cleveland. LA Dodgers are at Pittsburgh. Tampa Bay at Miami. Milwaukee at Philadelphia. New York Mets are at Washington. Minnesota's at the New York Yankees. Baltimore's at Toronto. Atlanta at Boston. Detroit at Texas. Chicago White Sox match up with the Chicago Cubs. It's the St. Louis Cardinals at the Houston Astros. Cincinnati is at Colorado. San Diego at the LA Angels, Seattle is at Oakland, and San Francisco is at Arizona. In the WNBA tonight, 3 games to talk about. Washington is at Connecticut, Mystics 0-8, Connecticut Sun 8-0. That is a 6 o'clock tip at 7 this evening. New York Liberty face the Chicago Sky. Liberty is 7-2 on the season. The Sky 3-4 on the year. And at 9 tonight, 4-5 Phoenix takes on 5-3 Seattle. For the latest local news, weather, and sports, check out mywaynecountynow.com. I'm Dustin Fuller.